Onboarding assessment data was malformed. Interesting. So where does that error come from? Let's grep for malformed. This is in our load function. Interesting. What are your thoughts on Tailwind? I hate the fact that it totally pollutes the HTML file, but I see the point. That's maybe the only true way to not ending up with dupe CSS. I love Tailwind. I don't mind the classes at all. I think Tailwind's like one of the best things that have happened for front-end development. I actually have a tweet on this that I share all the time, and I shared recently. From at Dylan_Mulroy, and we'll say Tailwind. Right here, this tweet. Once again, I will repeat, the value of Tailwind is not inherently the inline utility classes, though I am a huge fan. It's the underlying design system, an API to access that design system in a common sense and predictable way. It makes doing the right thing easy. So what I'm talking about here is things like the authors of Tailwind have set up very specific, the underlying design system, right? If you look at like padding or margin, you can step it up margin 1, margin 2, margin 3, margin 4, margin 5, right? And those all scale up by very intentional values and all work cohesively together to help make designs look good with low effort. Let's see here. Nick said Pico CSS. I haven't played with Pico yet. Let's see here. Are you using 2 PCs for streaming and coding? No, I'm just using a MacBook. I got a chunky M1 Max that I got to keep from my last job. So I have right here to my right, I have, in fact, I think I can just show you guys what my setup looks like. If I go to Twitch from my phone, excuse me. So I'm live here. Can I switch cameras? No, I can't broadcast. I've totally switched this. How do I do that? OBS? Where do I do that in OBS? Right click the camera icon. Okay. Ah. Okay. Okay, so it's tiny. Hold on. Don't I have a scene for this? Just chatting. There we go. Now if I go to just chatting and I go here and we do, look at this chat, we're figuring this out. Boom. Can I turn it sideways? Yeah. All right. So I'll show you what my office looks like here. Well, there's Justine out there. But my office, you come in, it looks like this. We got the background, and then we come in, and we've got that. And one cool thing is that this is actually a hidden door here to a bathroom, which I think is super sick.
What are you doing?
But my actual desk setup, which is kind of a mess right now, is right here. So you can see I've got I keep OBS on this monitor here, and then there's two monitors, and yeah, that's the whole setup. There we go. Thank you for your help, JD. Appreciate that. Little tour of the office. Yeah, 227s. So I'm wondering why we're getting a parse failure when we get here. So let's go ahead and throw a console log here. And we'll do a, what do we want to say? Data. And we'll do JSON.parse found user assessment.data. Or did we already do that? No. String. All right, let's see what that gives us. Unexpected. Oh, it's already parsed. So let's just do found user assessment.data. We should see an answer for the first one. Answer is 7. Yeah. And answer. I have a Mac M2 with 16 cores and 32 gig memories, and when run OBS, can the temperature is hot? I have no idea. I don't monitor the temperature of it or even touch it because it's on that stand. It wouldn't surprise me if it got hot. I know I was having problems late last year with an OBS update where it got really laggy and slow to move my windows around on some update, and that something was destroying my RAM with OBS. All right, we should probably get the actual error here. So let's log console.log parse result dot error. And we can get rid of this for now. Expected undefined and received a string. That's interesting.
Hey, we should
What?
we should clean tonight for the dog sitters too.
Okay.
That's all. I'm going upstairs.
Expected undefined received string. So this isn't doing what I think it is. Let's try that. Expected number received string. Ah, right. Right. This is where that proxy thing, I wanted to use proxy objects, this int proxy. Sometimes you get a string value from an input field or third-party library and want it to be automatically converted and updated with a non-string value in your schema. This is what proxies are for. The usage for all of them is practically the same. Use the form store or the whole superform input as input, so I just set a tainted option in case you don't want to taint the form when it updates. Writable string. So like theoretically, I should, according to this, I should be able to say const answer equals, let's just say number proxy, and we'll say values and then answer. And this is going to say never, which is a weird thing to be typed as. In fact, we can just do this the easier way. Let's just do on submit. So we can do, let's get out JSON data. And we'll say return JSON data, and then we'll say ID is just going to be values.id, and then answer is going to be values.answer JSON data. JSON data. Is the now playing? Oh yeah, why did the now playing go away? There we go. And then we'll just wrap this in number. That should buy us getting the right data. So now the JSON should be going as a number to the database. So let's walk through registration again. Nuke this user, delete the cascades. This should send us the login. Let's go to sign up, do this, get doxed. Foo bar baz, create account. That takes us to onboarding. We have an ID there. Hit 5. We submit. We get a 400. I'm curious if that ended up putting a value in there or not. How did I just pronounce Yasan? Was that Yasan you pronounced like that? Yeah, what's wrong with saying Yasan? Am I saying it wrong? Yasan validator. Can I like get this formatted, please? Is bro French? What are you talking about? It's just Yasan data. Listen, I would rather say Yasan for JSON than have somebody say JOT for JWT. I hate the word JOT. And I've talked about this on stream before, I hate with an undying passion that in RFC 7519, it's literally, where is it? Introduction. The suggested pronunciation of JWT is the same as the English word jot. It infuriates me to no end that they put this in the spec. I'm so mad. I hate it. Ugh. I die every time I hear someone call it jot. This song is way too slow. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Expected string received number. So we have to go update. Let's see here. That's going to be in on server. And it's going to be in our actions. Dot or z dot number. Oh, look at that, chat. It worked. We're progressing through the freaking assignment. Almost working. We got to question 2. It's progress. Yo, the French national anthem is brutal. I learned about this the other day. French national anthem lyrics. Let's go, child of the homeland. The day of glory has come. Against us from the tyranny, the bloody banner is raised. The bloody banner is raised. Can you hear in the countryside? Blare the wild soldiers. They come right in your arms. Cut the throats of your sons and your companions. To armed citizens. Your battalions, let's walk, let's walk. Only in impure blood, water our furrows, furrows, oh. Literally talking about attacking and killing the government. That's fucking, that goes hard. All right, so what's happening here that this is not progressing us now? We validate. This seems like it all should be fine. We're getting 200 backs, which tells me the load's not working. Let's try restarting again one more time and just go through from clean data. Didn't we already listen to this song? Hmm. Foo bar baz, foo bar baz. Oh, we didn't actually clean up everything? Oh, I deleted the wrong table. Ha! Dumb. All right. There we go. So we're here. So right now, everything seems good. Out here grinding on a holiday, baby. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. So the ID is F8K. We click next. Aha. The ID is never updating here. So that's that problem. B1, I wonder if we refresh. Yeah, now we get another one. That should progress us to 3. It does. Bum, bum, bum. Yep, I was using data grep. This still feels like this should work. So it seems like our assessment is never updating. Oh yeah, Thomas, check this out. If we come in here and I want to look at my schema, I can generate a diagram and it's super nice. And you can have it arranged in multiple ways. So you can change the layout. It's super nice. Yeah, Data Grip even now supports NoSQL too, so you can like hit like Dynamo or Mongo or like Elasticsearch. Like it has adapters for all that stuff now. It's so good. So our problem now is that when we submit a question and our load function runs. So let me get a split tab here and let's go to, do I have this in Harpoon? I don't have this server, but we can go here and then here. So when this load function runs, it is not sending back the correct values here. Or if they are, it's not updating our component. So I want to just do a console.log of these values. I think this is probably just me not understanding Svelte's reactivity yet. We don't need to send back assessment. We want step, and we'll do progress and current question. And this runs in our load function on the server. So let's go ahead and bump that back over. So we're step, yep, this looks fine. Step 3 out of 9. Current question doesn't have an answer yet. So if we submit, we click, let's give ourselves some break in the terminal. Thomas, I would, you could try to have your employer pay for it. A lot of times employers will pay for software subscriptions. Okay, so that did increment us to the next question. And it looks like we did get all the new values here, but the ID, okay, that seems fine. Let's do this again. Okay, this time it didn't move us forward. So I'm curious in our database then if that actually has a value. Let me grab that and then we'll do a JSON parse in, I don't know, we'll throw it, where's that JSON? Did I close that? JSON validator, formatter. Is that just a string? Maybe I'm persisting my JSON wrong. JSON dot parse, paste that in there. No, that seems fine. Weird. So we should have an answer there. Yeah, answer is 9, answer is 5, 7, answer is 1. How do you really show up in meetings? Okay, so the ID is 7QE. This doesn't have an answer yet. So why? All right, I want that data back. 7QEY, that's the wrong ID. Now it's correct. Yeah, you can do, well, one, you can just run explains. Like if I have like explain plain. Oh, hold on. Let me just do like select star from user, right? If I do explain, it has that. And then we have explain and explain. It's data grip meta. I have an idea what might be going wrong here. I think it's we set the default in the form in the load function current question.id. So it seems like we might have a bug in our current question. The ID is COK. Tra-la-la. That's my tra-la-la. Just get data grip, you won't regret it. Agree with OneByte. I don't often agree with OneByte, but when I do, you know it's good. I got a little too excited cleaning up schemas in our staging DB last week and dropped one too many things. Now I have to restore meta. Just like your company's folding anyways. Just like don't restore it. Thank you, Fubar. Appreciate the Prime sub. Svelte, nice. Are you using Svelte 5? I am using Svelte 5. So let's try submitting this. We'll say 2. Okay. So it seems like, let's write an effect here. And it seems like this page isn't re-rendering maybe. So let's write an effect and see if we can get it to log this way. current question in the page is JV. So that didn't. It's almost like this didn't update. So what happens if I come in here and basically do the same thing? And we come over here and paste this. And we say current question in component is going to be that. So let's just refresh. Everything should be right. Yeah, so we get JY there. We get JY there. The order of these logs is actually confusing to me. Oh, I guess they the effects stack, so they run backwards. Okay, never mind, that makes sense. So now we should see MF. We see it in all the right places. It's just that the ID does not update in the form. So why do we think that so we've verified that the ID is actually getting updated, but when we go to submit, it's like this value here is not getting updated. Or maybe it's possibly getting confused with this closure here, potentially. In fact, I don't think I need this on submit anymore. Oh, I do. Maybe I don't need this bit. Values dot. Yes, closure meta. Closure values dot ID. I just want to console dot log this every time it updates. So let's refresh and we should see we're on MFF, 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 MFF. And let's submit. Oh, I guess I do need the ID there. Because that's what actually gets submitted. Right, okay. So let's refresh again. We see MFF, 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 submit a 1, click next. We get an internal error. That's really good. Assessment current step exceeded number of steps. All right, let's try just going through the flow again. Sign up. Close that. Get that. This is going to be foo bar baz. Foo bar baz. All right, so we see 5K, 5NK, 5NK, 5NK. It switched back. How did it switch back? For a moment, it had the right value. And then somehow reset back to the old ID. Doesn't Svelte have like a debugging utility for this? To see what was causing changes? I guess let's try that. The tech stack for this app is Svelte 5 and SvelteKit, TypeScript, and Rust. Rust is going to be used for some CSV and Excel file parsing and number crunching. Basically, it's going to be like a little sidecar service that is going to process CSV and Excel sheets as they get uploaded to like an S3 bucket or something. I haven't really planned it out, and I just want to use Rust for something. So I'm shoving it in for that. We don't really need it, but I want to. S sucks. C S sucks. Okay. So right now, ID is this value. So we have the new ID right now. And now it's going to be back to what it was, I bet. Yeah, it just reverted back. How is it reverting back? That doesn't make any sense to me. If we comment this, does it work? I have no idea what's going on here. I think we might have to play around with some of these options. Configuration and troubleshooting. Reset form true. Let's try that. Yeah, Vafi, I think it's got to be something. The form library under the covers is doing something not predictable. Because that idea is just never, it's updating and then reverting back, which is so bizarre. And we've already seen, we see that it gets here and then it just reverts. I wish I knew what caused that second re-render to go back. Oh, we might be able to debug this a little bit more. So let's add a on-change handler. And we'll just, what does this have on it? I don't know, console.log, and we'll say on-change. Well, that doesn't tell me anything. What are our other options here that we can just like clear on submit? I don't know what reset form does. Let's say clear on submit. We're just gonna say message, and then we'll say what is the other fields that they said to play around with? Apply action. We'll say true, and then we'll say invalidate all, and we'll just say that's going to be force. I don't know. Okay, one of those options just worked. I have no idea which one did it, but it worked. Let's go ahead and feel like it might have been invalidate all. Heart rate went up once DJ Nightshade started spending points. Dude, Nightshade is... Fucking Nightshade did an 8-ball before work this morning. We need to reset here. Foo bar baz. Foo bar baz. Yeah. Okay, well this is appearing to work. Our bar is still broken as all hell, but I think we can fix that. All right, let's see if we can fix this bar here. So the setting that fixed this was invalidate all force. Which I don't even know what that does. Let me do a little Command K action here. Invalidate. Winnie? No. When invalidate all is true, the default, and a successful validation result is returned from the server, the page will be invalidated and the load function will run again. A login form takes advantages, yeah, whatever. But the default setting may cause problems with multiple forms on the same page, since the load function will reload the data for all forms defined there. There can be a conflict between the data returned in the form action and the new data from the load function. The form action data is optimistic, meaning that what's returned will be displayed assuming all data was supposed to be updated. But if you update the form partially, the form data will be out of sync with the load function, in which case you may want to wait for the load function data. That's it. That's literally it right there. Okay, so we did the right thing. Great. Okay. That makes sense. Now we need to fix our progress bar, which is busted for whatever reason. And let's go fix this. We shouldn't need to do this anymore either. And we shouldn't need to do that and get rid of that. And in our load function, where is that at? In here. I'm guessing this parse function is, we probably broke this again. It's my tra-la-la. Oh, we're going longer than 10 o'clock this morning. Okay, so we're going for an extra hour today at least. Which I should go get another coffee. Actually, I'll get another coffee once I fix this progress bar problem. Assuming it's a short problem. I'll time box myself to 10 minutes. Hey Siri, start a timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes starting now.
Is this the Home Depot song? No. I thought this was the Home Depot. Why did it cancel? Start a timer for 10 minutes. You thought that last time I played it too? At least I'm consistent. All right, so I want to be looking at I want to log the current steps. Total steps should never change, and the current steps should change though. So let's look at that. Okay, so that looks good. That just means that this isn't rendering correctly. So let's do another, yeah, this just isn't rendering correctly here. We'll log progress here. And so we get, oh, we probably have to multiply this by 100. Yep, that's it. Okay, it's my Mine's pretty close to what we started with, which will be there. If you just back up to the root level of the repo, it'll be, all my Nix stuff will be in here. Yeah, like most of this stuff that I changed is just home manager stuff, which should be straightforward. I don't think I changed too awfully much in here. Just enabling fish shell basically, and then like the main thing that I did was I added a Capuchin. I manage my own fork of Capuchin tmux, so I have that, and then I also have Mona Lisa in a private Git repository. But everything else is pretty standard. Yo, do you have a link to your Moonlander layout? I do have a link to my Moonlander layout. This should be public. Command, was it? Let me see here. Yeah, okay, so that's public. I should make a little YouTube video going over my Moonlander layout. I still want to, there's a couple things I don't like right now. So for example, so I have a bunch of layers. All my layers are named after computer scientists or influential people in programming. So my home layer, the things that I never ever use. I never use this key here. I never use the hyper key either. I use pretty much everything else though. So then I have this Turing layer, which I use with basically, it's on my home row on both hands. My pinky hits Turing, and when I hold Turing, it drops me down to a symbol layer. And on my symbol layer, I have basically all my brackets right here, opening, closing next to each other, my quotes above my fingers, the backslashes on opposite sides, and then my symbols over here. When I turn on the Brahm layer, so for Brahm Moonlander, who created Vim, I have some custom Vim stuff over here. So I normally hold down Brahm with my right ring finger, and I hold it right here. And that lets me use J and K to jump half a page up, half a page down. I can toggle highlights. I can vertically split my panes, and I can jump between warnings, errors, and dialog messages. And then if I hold Lovelace down, that drops me to another Vim layer, and it just basically is previous warning, previous error, previous dialog, rather than next. So I can jump backwards and forwards by just pressing my middle finger down there. What else is good here? I have this Hopper, which Hopper drops me into like system stuff. So when I hold Hopper down, I get arrow keys under HJKL. I have on N, that's next song. For P, previous song, I have volume up, volume down, mute, play, pause, take a screenshot, mission control, and then I can move my windows around using these arrow keys. And then my church layer is just a number pad. Seems to be working well. The one thing, these two keys right here and this key, I want to find better use cases for. I don't really know what to do with those. I tried, especially for my Turing, Hopper, and Brahm layers, I tried to put the keys that I use most often on home row, or just like really close to home row, so they're just like right there and I don't have to reach for them. So like my brackets and stuff, like it's so nice just having, like pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky, and then I can just easily close up brackets. I can get my quotes. Yeah, that'd be a good YouTube video. I should do that. All right, so we fixed this. We found that the problem was just that we weren't multiplying by 100. LOL. Which, actually, we should have a, I think I have a, don't we pass progress through on one of these? Where is this? Yeah, we're deriving the progress already. Do I multiply by 100? I'm just imagining like Nightshade just like sitting in his chair at work in the office bouncing all day. This is my Nightshade impression. I like Lang. I like Lang. Was that spot on, Nightshade? I feel like that was pretty spot on. Yeah, I figured. And we'll just, we'll make this value, and this will equal, we don't need this anymore. We don't need that. We need data gets passed through. So let's go back up. Assessment. And then we'll add another prop, and it'll just be progress. And this will equal data.progress. I do like the magic from Svelte that it has in deriving types or inferring types and generating types. Super, that's really nice. Oh, time to go make coffee. We did fix the assessment, or the progress bar problem at least. And we should get progress here. Yeah. And then let's drop down here, and this will be progress. We need to go to U, and this is going to take progress instead. Delete that, delete that. Change to, is it not my ring finger? Oh, it's pinky, right? Progress, get rid of that. And then this will be progress. Oh, we do still need the current step. Frack. That's why I did that. Okay, whatever, we can still do this. Then we can go back here, and we can just undo what we did in here, and it's fine. But we don't even need to derive these anymore, because I know those come through as props. So, in fact, they don't even need to come as props, because we have, well, we can. That's one less bit of computation that we have to do. So let's get rid of that. And then we can go here, and this should have on it progress and step. Changed my mind again. We will just derive it. And that should be working now. Yeah, great. All right. Yep. I'm gonna go make coffee. I'm gonna run ads so people don't have pre-roll. I will be back in a minute 30, chat. Coffee break's over. We got a giant mason jar of cold brew. We are going to be caffeinated today. Okay, I am once again asking the chat if you've worked in projects where you have to do distributed transactions, what approaches, patterns, and technology have you used? I'm going to go to just chatting here. What approaches have y'all used for managing distributed transactions to ensure like the integrity of your data? So like, let's say you have like some endpoint that you hit that kicks off, let's say you have to update a user table, maybe update a billing table, and these are all in different services. And they happen out of band. And they might not even imagine this isn't like an event-driven architecture rather than like a just async request response cycle, right? So like you hit your backend, it publishes an event to do some data, and then you have a bunch of services that have to react to that event. How do you ensure that all of those succeed? And or if a couple of the intermediary steps succeed, but one fails before the end of it, that the prior ones roll back successfully. I've been thinking about this a lot, and I'm just curious what other people have done here. I don't think I need this cast anymore. Is 2PC an option? Two-phase commit is not an option because it will be writing to multiple NoSQL data stores. So why does it think that the current question, it's an onboarding assessment question? Right. All right, we'll keep that for now. We're going to have to solve that problem here in a few minutes. Or I guess, wouldn't that rule out two-phase commit? Great, Martin Fowler. What happens if two members of the commit need to lock the same resource or need to update the same resource, right? Because I've been looking at implementing a TypeScript-based Saga library that you can plug in like adapters to have your write-ahead log, and that the Saga orchestrator can. Oh, come on, Medium. I hate Medium. Talk about a brand that went from like really, really good to really bad. What yeah, Childs, that's kind of the where I'm finding myself at right now. except that we don't have any sort of we don't have any durable workflow slash transaction monitoring right now. Right now, we just like hope for the happy path, where like maybe we write to like several different NoSQL data stores as part of a transaction, even though transaction is like there's no abstraction for it, there's no code for it. It's just, let's say, I don't know, a user has to upgrade their plan, and as part of that, that has to update a user collection. It has to call out to a billing service. Like all of those things. Right now, we just assume the happy path, and if one of the later steps fails, we don't do any sort of rollback. So that's the rollbacks need to be item potent so they can be retried. I don't want to bring in Apache Airflow. We already have Tinybird that I could potentially use for some of these things. Yeah, that one, I think actually this is a I'm gonna tweet this thought because I was talking about this yesterday. The biggest problem with TypeScript slash Node backends is that the language makes it way too easy to only ever consider the happy path. Boom. Tweet. That's the tweet, chat. I've seen this across dozens of companies from my times consulting, and it's just a freaking pain in the ass. Oh, damn it. I did fuck that up. Thank you, Silver. The biggest problem with TypeScript slash Node services. What did I say the first time? Whatever, that's fine. Is that it is backend. Is that the language makes it far too easy to only consider the happy path. The biggest problem with TypeScript slash Node.js is that the language makes it far too easy to only ever consider the happy path. Tweet. Boom. Tweeted. Mm-hmm. I also don't want to use step functions, for sure. While both the saga pattern and two-phase commit are used to maintain data consistency in data distributed systems, my whole problem, they differ in their approaches. Yep, exactly, Alar. So does languages like OCaml. The two-phase commit protocol is a distributed algorithm used to ensure that all nodes in a distributed system agree to commit or abort a transaction. Two-phase commits works by coordinating transactions between a coordinator node and multiple participating nodes. The coordinator sends a request to the participants to prepare for the transaction. And once all participants respond with a positive acknowledgement, the coordinator sends a commit message to each participant to commit the transaction. If any participant fails to respond or sends a negative acknowledgement, the coordinator sends an abort message to all participants and the transaction is rolled back. 2PC guarantees that all nodes will commit or abort a transaction, but it can be slow and vulnerable to failure. On the other hand, the Saga pattern is a microservice design pattern for managing long-lived transactions in a distributed system. A saga is a sequence of local transactions where each local transaction updates the state of a single service, what I want, and each service has its own database, mostly true. Each local transaction is an atomic operation that either completes successfully or compensates for its effects. That's the idempotent rollback. If a local transaction fails, the saga executes a compensating transaction that undoes the effects of the failed transaction. The saga pattern allows for more flexibility than 2PC and can better handle complex, long-lived transactions, but it requires careful design to ensure data consistency. Here's a nice diagram that shows how the saga pattern works. We have a booking service. Customer makes a booking. We process the payment, update that. If any of these ever fail, we reverse the seat availability, reverse the payment, cancel the booking, and yeah. So yeah, maybe we'll take a shot at writing a little saga library on stream. Maybe after we get through like all the onboarding stuff and email verification on this project. Yeah, all or nothing, exactly. This may be naive, but what if a service fails? It should write a failure event that all services is. Yeah, retries need to be baked in. It's actually what Dax and I were talking about on Twitter the other day. Okay, so the next bit that we have to do here is we have to get, we should, one, get this to be the same size. I noticed there's some layout shift here. So let's fix that. Let's delete this, start over, make a new account, sign up, boom, get doxed. And this will be foo bar baz, foo bar baz. Create account. Okay, so in here, I want to get rid of the debug. We don't need that anymore. Whoops, we went too far. There we go. Let's refresh that. So we just need a consistent height of all the things. If I do h full and then let it grow to the parent, I'm assuming this is now, let's see how big this is. Yeah, it went full height. Why did my disabled should be, yeah, there we go. I want this inner div to be the same height. So this description. Yeah, we want this to be the same height. What is the height now? 148. Probably don't need that much. Let's check 40. Yeah, let's try 48. We got a little bit of a block there. It's probably a bit much. We can probably shrink that down a little bit. Let's make that, what was it, 44? Let's go make a new user. Yeah, there we go. I want a little bit more space between the, and also, why is this not resetting? How much time can one person spend on a single component? Good Lord. This needs to be in an effect. So let's log effect. Boom, boom. Say console.log, and we'll log answer and disabled, I guess. Thank you. This is exactly what I needed. All right, I think we fixed that. I think we just need to add that reset option. All right, I'm playing a song next. Let's listen to the new Eminem song. And I also want to listen to the 2 Kendrick Lamar songs. Do Euphoria and Not Like Us. All right, did we delete our user? I think we did. Yeah. Sign up. Damn, it didn't actually clear disabled. Why? is 0. Oh, because it's being coerced to a integer. Duh. Svelte's kicking my ass right now. So we have value answer is 0. Answer is, I need to dereference that, I guess, as answer. Thanks, Nightshade. This is so stupid. Can I see if this was touched? Is tainted. What is tainted? Yeah, I think that's kind of what's happening. It's a modified tainted. Is tainted true? Why would that be true here? That doesn't seem like it should be true. I bet it's because of the proxy. There's a package by the creator of Shadsi that's felt that has a utility for working with them. Ooh, I might have to go look at that. In the meantime, though, the easy way to do this is just going to be changing that, and we'll say the value answer. So we'll say, where is the $sign? Values dot answer does not equal, or equals, I guess. 0. That should work pretty consistently. Yep. 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 Okay, that's the right logic. So that's fixed. Okay. The next bit is we need to make another component. We need to look up a house. We need snippets here, I think. So if we go to Svelte 5 and we look at snippets, yeah, okay. So this is going to be our well, maybe we shouldn't use a snippet. Maybe we should just make separate components. I think we should probably do this because this is going to be we need to value yeah, we can basically delete this file. And we'll call this scale question. And it'll be from here to here. That'll be the component. Let's go ahead and add scripts up top. So we'll say script, add the lang ts, do that. We'll close up our script. And then we want to go and grab some of these same imports. So let's grab this. All right, so this is going to need as a first half, second half. This is going to take a question as a prop. So let's say type props is going to equal our little that, and we'll just have a question, which will be a onboarding assessment scale question. And then we can come over here, we can grab that, throw that in here, and grab our question. We'll want this. And let's change current question to just question. And this will need Cannot bind to a constant. Sure. Okay, so that seems reasonable. Let's do a rotate window and open this back up. So now we can drop from here down to the scales. And I think we should be able to bring in that component, which will be import scale question. Yep. And in scale question, we can come, hold on. All right, that goes, okay, yep. I'll have to check, Jaden. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Eep. Okay, so that looked like it rendered. That didn't work. So we need to go look at the bindable rune. So this must be compiler magic here, I'm assuming. What up, Ghoster? Coding's going well. Working on figuring out some nuances of Svelte. That's weird. Yeah, that's not right. We do need to pass the... Who did it? Who did it? Frickin' Nightshade. Love me a crab rave. All right, let's reset our data here. Let's make an effect in here. See you, Jaden. And we'll console.log answer, I guess. Declare a prop as bindable, meaning the parent component can use bind to bind to it. Oh, I see, I see. So we would do, I'm doing this backwards. We should be able to do bind, answer, answer. Yep, there we go. Look at that, chat. This is looking good. Love me some cold brew. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to put some space in our scale question. So let's close this, and we don't need that open. I want to add some padding between the button and this. So we go down here. Actually, that'll be in the parent. We have a gap of 4. So let's just add, I guess, some extra. We'll say margin top, I guess. Give it like 2. Maybe 4. Yeah, there we go. Maybe 3, actually. That's pretty good. Okay, great. So the next thing we need to do is we need to make a what do we want to do here? Base question, I guess? Or how do we do this in our types? That's probably a better question. We have this onboarding scale assessment question. Whatever, we'll just make 3 components: text, number, and scale. So now the questions, we have them commented out right now, but I think I have them copied over into our Excalidraw. Yeah, we can get rid of that. That's not important anymore. Right here, this bit. I guess I can just zoom. So how do we translate this into a nice design for this form? Call background for the title. What up, scumbag Davey? Just copy some of this. We'll want to keep this. And in here, we'll still keep a question.title. In fact, we'll just take a title. our model for this, what does this look like? See you, Outcast. Let's look at our scale question. This has a title. We should put titles on our other questions too. In fact, this should really have a name, which I think it does in our database. Title string. Put a title there, put a title here. And then in here, okay. All right, all of our questions have titles now, so that's good. So we can come back here. Let's copy our script. We don't need that anymore. Yoink this, come over here with that. Do a Shift-O, paste that in. We don't need that anymore. This is going to be a text question. Change to Q, text question. And the question.title. This will just be question.question. And then we'll have change that to text. We don't need that bit. The heck? It's rigged. Actually, I don't know if you've been around, but JD won the keyboard like a week and a half ago. So somebody won recently. So we don't need these anymore because we don't have the scales. We don't have that. We can get rid of the radio group. We need a input. Did we get a input from shadcn? I'm not sure if we installed that yet or not. Doesn't look like it. So let's install that. Oh, we already have it? Okay, well, let's get out of that. In fact, this should probably switch to label. And then this is going to be, I guess we just do input. We have one somewhere. I don't think so. Maybe there is, I'm not sure. I only recently started using shadcn, and I actually don't know shadcn, even though I work with him. I haven't interacted with them at all. This is going to be number or text, and we'll say name is going to equal answer. We're going to want to wrap this. In fact, we can move that in here, and this can change to form. Or actually, no, the form's in the parent. This can probably be gap 4. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's their name or not. So we can't make everyone a number now. So that's an interesting dilemma. How do you do else's? A colon. Do that. All right, what's this upset about? Right, this will be... Nope. Right. So now we don't need this cast anymore. Else if okay, so should this work? We need a better way to handle these two things right here. Yeah, let me text Justine and see how long I can go today. Because I have off work today. I can probably stream till like 11:30, so we probably got like another 30 minutes. I'm going on a little date today with Justine. Going for coffee and lunch, and then to go flower shopping to get some frickin' Venus flytraps and whatever the other plan is for housing flies. Let me see how the proxy works again. I know how to do this actually. I have an idea. We can come in here and we can do a derived. And then we can say current question dot type equals scale question. We'll do that. Otherwise, it will be just I do a text proxy, string proxy. We'll do that. Values, answer. And that should give us sure. Expected 3 arguments. What's the one for the third argument? empty taint path options. Empty, okay. Maybe I should just read the freaking docs. Okay. Sure. Be nice if that tainted API worked correctly. I just must be doing something weird with it. So if we add an effect in here, let's do effect, and let's use this to log console.log answer will be, let's dereference that. And then we need to come in here and we need to go to, what is it, 1? Yeah. We need to comment out these. And now we can go back over here, start the dev server, run dev. Let's nuke our data. Sign up, do that, close that, put in a random ass password, create account. So answer is an empty string, which, what is an empty string? What does that coerce to? False. Great. Okay, that seems good. So now let's go back and add this one in. And we got nuke the data again. Sign up, Dylan, create account. Not bad, chat. Not bad. Oh, we got a raid from Mr. Togglebit. Let's go. Unfortunately, today is not a Rust day. Today is a spell kit day. But thank you for the raid, Togglebit. Super appreciate you. I'm sure most of my viewers are well familiar with Togglebit, but if you're not following Togglebit, follow him for some amazing Rust content. And just good content in general. Yeah, I'm installing a keylogger in my client's app. So we want to come over here and change this now. So let's close that and go back into our text question. We don't want this to be font body. Font body. Why is that capital? Font body should not transform none. How do I do that? That's like transform none. See you, y'all. All right, so why is this capitalizing? There's a chance I have it actually capitalized in the there's a text transform to uppercase. There's a way in text gosh, we were just doing this the other day. I forget this already. Uppercase text transform. Here we go. There is normal case. Okay, that looks pretty good. So, let's reset this one more time. Sign up. That's a pretty big gap there. But as long as that maintains... So we just need to set a full height. I'm gonna move this to my other screen to make it easier to clear. What college did I go to? I went to Mansfield University of Pennsylvania. Kind of a joke college, to be honest. So we want to max height on the actual form. So let's go to assessment. We say height full. Taylor Swift. All right, why is this so far down the page now? This feels strange. Must be in the layout, I guess. Yeah, here we go. Whoops, wrong one. There we go. And then we'll say padding top 10. There we go. Fix that up. Great. Let's go ahead and nuke our data again. Why did that change height? So this is saying that we have 176 pixels. Is that bigger? It seems like a bizarre... Oh, that's way too small. What does this end up being? We get 388. So let's say we have a H. Do we have... What are our values we have here? 384, which is smaller than this current one. All right, so let's go ahead and say, let's go. Claps in the chat for working AC. Let's just say this is going to be, we'll do 390 pixels. And then flex. Beautiful. There we go. Okay. Okay. We're almost there. Let me... Let's yoink this, and this is going to be a numeric question. And we'll go to numeric, and in here, really we can use the same thing, but whatever. Numeric, or number. And now we can go back over here. Or, you know what? Let's do this the easy way. We're going to rename text question delete that. Text question is going to become primitive or base question, I guess. And in base, we'll just look at this type here. And we'll change this and we'll say question dot type equals number or numeric, and we'll say shift number. Otherwise it'll be text. Okay, that works. And now in our assessment, we need to change our text question to base question. We can honestly make them one component, but whatever. And now let's do this one more time. And we can go and uncomment these. And let's do a little screen record to send to the client. Command Shift 5. Come in here, we'll do sign up. Oh, and of course it breaks when we go to record. Absolutely wrecked. Why? Where did that go wrong? Oh, I know what we did. It's in here. We just need to make this a else. Yeah, there it is. Skill issues, as normal. All right, we'll try that again. Command Shift 5, throw that on there. Sign up, fill that in, do one of those. Frack. Damn it. Oh, we're so close. Expected undefined receive string. Oh, well, we don't need that anymore. Pages server. I use OBS, Nico. Devin doesn't have these problems? True. Client should have just hired Devin. Why? It's going to be in our utility. And this is going to be... Where's this schema at? Here it is. Yeah. Something this or undefined isn't doing what we think. So I'm just going to do optional. And then this will be the same deal. Hopefully that's the problem. Oh, you meant the screen recording. I'm just using the native Mac OS X screen recording. Yep, Command Shift 5 is exactly what I'm using. Why? Expected number received string. Okay, that's a good hint. Oh, this is wrong. Let's try that. You know, for such a simple, seemingly simple, like, component, there's like a bunch going on in this thing. Nice. I want to add some padding there. Let's come in here and say we have a gap 2. Yeah, that looks better. Winnie? Winnie, relax. What's your deal? You're not a guard dog. No, come here. Winnie. Okay, fuck me, right? So now we have a little bit too much padding, I feel, between the self-assessment bit. I think that gap's too much there. Oh, where's that margin come from? We don't want that margin. MB2. Items gap 2, just... Let's get rid of that. I guess that gap's the same. Okay, we'll keep that. All right, let's reset and then send this to the client, and then we're gonna wrap up. I feel pretty satisfied with where we got today. We got a lot done. Tomorrow we're going to try to. I got I got access to the client's CRM, and their CRM platform has API support for emailing. So we're going to try to do email verification. And then try to wrap up this onboarding flow. So let's clear this and let's get a demo recording here. Command Shift 5. Sign up. Dylan. Create account. How many years in the business? We'll say 5. How many households do we have? We'll say 25. What's the most important? Money. From your perspective, I don't know, LOL. Boom. Perfect. Awesome, y'all. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out longer this morning. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you to all of my new followers. I know I didn't do so good this stream with shouting y'all out. And everyone that subbed today, thank you so much. But let's find somebody to raid. And I'm going to go grab some lunch with the lady. Raid. Who we got? We got Louie, Adam Learns Live, Prime, Louie as the least. I know we raid Louie a lot, but I love Gleam, and Louie's a great guy, so let's do it. All right, I'll be back tomorrow morning, bright and early, 7 a.m. Eastern time, but I will not be streaming Friday morning, but I'll be back Monday. Have a great Wednesday, y'all. Happy Hump Day.